And we're back. So we've got better Wi-Fi at the Atwater Market Bakery, which is right here. French word for bakery is boulangerie. And there is viennoiserie, which means, you know, danishes, pastries, things of the like. So I just had an earlier broadcast and I was told it was spotty. Looks like they have a few baguettes left, which is good. And over in front of me is a place that makes sausages. And I'm trying to think of that movie with Freddy Got Fingered. Yeah, where Tom Green had a thing about he had his fingers tied to strings and on the other side of the strings were some sausages. Who knows? I can't remember quite what that was. So, we're at the bakery of the Atwater Market using their Wi-Fi, which is always proven to be a much stronger signal and are kind of out of the way and not really intruding on other people's privacy as such. You know, when you're live streaming, it's not like the way things used to be when we had Periscope. I can't believe, hi Chris, so we've got a better Wi-Fi. I assume it's not spotty like before? Yeah, because we're at the bakery and as we know, we've always had a good luck with their Wi-Fi, but I kind of have to stay put. Otherwise, if I walk, I'll probably have signal issues. It is better now. Good to hear. And you know the sausage place. You know, Freddy Got Fingered. We bought some sausages from there before. They're quite good. You know, they make things like weird, like jalapeno, cheddar sausages, things of the like, and you can take them home, put them in the freezer, then air fry them later, and they come out really good. I don't think I'm going to be buying any today because my freezer is pretty full. So I have to empty it out of some things before I start thinking about putting things to put back. I gather you're probably having the same weather in Toronto as we are here. You saw outdoors how there wasn't a cloud in the sky. People are out in t-shirts. It's September 30th. It's like, who knew? Who knows? Maybe it's a trend. But you know, there's probably a very substantial, heavy price to pay for these kind of Indian summers. Yeah, well, so I figured, well, I can't keep it all to myself. I gotta share. So I gotta switch hands here because my shoulder is getting a bit tired. So in there are the lineup people for buying viennoiseries and pastries and what like from the bakery. And there's still some baguettes because it's still early in the afternoon. The place closes at 5 p.m. and generally about 3-ish you're sold out of French baguettes. So it's better to come early. What else? What else has been going on? Well, I've been mostly work, which is good because it means that if I'm working, I'm collecting cash. Yeah. So cha-ching. So it's been busy. It's been a good year. It's been busy. Lots of incoming stuff. And glad to be useful. And I'm just kind of wondering how things are gonna pan out as far as what's gonna happen with live streaming. The fact is that we're on YouTube, and I got two viewers today, long-time viewers, which is better than no viewers at all. And then of course this will go into a replay. So then I can check the quality and whatnot. And So yeah, so remember we've ordered coffee from here, and you sit down. You can sit down at a table. And of course, during the COVID period, this is all closed down. Nobody could come in. Yeah. Are you intimating something? Do you want me to flip the camera around? You tired of this? So yeah, I can show you a bit of it. That's the market. There you go. So yeah, I'm wearing my Rode mic, and I have a special adapter cable that converts my 3mm jack into a lightning connector, which also has a lightning connector power in, so I can both power the phone. Oh yes, that's correct. Yeah, when you're doing a selfie, it's always a mirror image, isn't it? That's always weird about that. Thank you for clarifying that. There you go. Moi, j'accumule et j'économise encore plus. With moi, I learn how to save even more. Oh, I guess that's a kind of a fast way of buying things with a QR code or something to that effect. I forgot my watch today, but I have two phones, so I can still use my, my Apple Pay or whatever the contactless payment is. Or, I could always use a card. I haven't used a card in a while. In fact, no, I don't want to use my card there. I have a new card and I have to put in the PIN code to activate it. So I might do that today, now that I'm thinking of it. Or not. I'm not in a hurry. The old card should still be good. So, yeah, so we can see a little bit of the outdoors there. Oh, wait a minute, I have two choice lenses. So this is the one times lens. And then I guess the other one is the wide angle. Yeah, well that's right. I was going to do some groceries at the Super C over there, but I saw so many people at the market. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to waste this nice day, and at least I can document a little bit of the market. And it's good to keep. It's good to keep your live streaming, muscles, keep them on point, because if you don't live stream, then you start. Oh, by the way, I got an Osmo 6. Like, I bought it on Amazon. I kind of checked out, if I wanted the 3, the 4, the 5, or the 6. Your muscles have atrophied for live streaming. Well, the nice thing is that you can always pick up where you go, and at least you don't have to start from zero, like build up your following and stuff like that. Just saying. And it takes an excuse, like a nice day or some kind of topic. So, I have, the only thing I've done with my Osmo 6, I've had it for 2 weeks, is I just I charged it to max, then I put it in a drawer. So I haven't read the manual, I haven't read the quick start guide. I might have seen like 1 or 2 YouTube videos, and that's it. I realized that I didn't think I would be live streaming today. So that's why, of course, you don't want to learn how to use something. Well, actually, throw them into the, just like turn it on and start walking and talking. But I expect I should be able to power my phone with the charge on the Osmo, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, it would help if I actually pulled it out of the drawer and used it. So So yeah, I kind of decided to get the 6 because of the comparison with the 5. There are some benefits that you get with the 6 that you don't get with the 5. Like you can get quick on, and there's a lot of quicker things that occur that a lot of people complained about the 5. And Nick's boss had a 4, I think, for sale, and I opted to go with, you know, paying a little more money for something that'll obviously. You're going away next weekend for Thanksgiving, so I might try and drone live stream. Yes. So you're talking about using Lychee and a RTMP key and the Fly app. So you would be using your Mini 2. The only other thing is I'm trying to understand when you're using 2 phones. I have to actually experiment at home with my Wi-Fi just to connect it up, just to see if I'm ready to broadcast before I take it out on the road type of thing. Because then I'd have to find a really strong Wi-Fi spot that then I could drone from, which is the only place that I know of is that that restaurant on the canal where my Spark fell out of the sky and dropped into a parking lot. If the restaurant's Wi-Fi is still good, I could always try and do a flight from there using Lychee, the RTMP key, and whatever other machinations that I believe that it's Martin or Grant, but I think it's Martin who is the expert on having that live stream connectivity, because he's the one who explained it to Nick, and Nick got it like no problem. Yeah, I know. I'm in the same boat. I'm just gonna have to sit down. That's like the only thing that at least that I've done is I've charged up my drone batteries in my charger. But now that I'm thinking of it, I probably should do a calibration of my drone, because I might have. I think I calibrated it when I was in Southeast Asia. So I know I haven't calibrated it back here in North America, and you know, it's just like whenever I'm thinking about going, I use that app, UAV, to see if there's like wind conditions, and basically there's a green notification that says good to fly, or it tells you don't fly, you know. So that was who was that? That was MJ Klein that pretty well said, look, you need to check the conditions before you go up, which is what happened when I lost my drone in Taiwan, in the middle of the country. A wind blew it like 1.5 kilometers away, and luckily my concierge, I'm trying to remember if her name was Rosie or something like that, we hopped on her bike and we used the Find My Drone GPS, and we were able to find the drone. The battery had just expired, but it kept filming, and it landed in a grassy knoll. So lucky. I have bits of video of that, and I should probably string them all together. It would make something fun and interesting. You know, something to compare to the, my drone fell into a rice paddy and we lost it. Yeah, weather forecast next to that doesn't look so good. Okay. So then maybe tomorrow is basically the only available weekend day that's left. Something to think about. So I gather you told me you're going someplace, but you haven't divulged where. So I assume it's going to be a surprise. You'll get there when you get there. So you don't have to tell me or the viewers where you're going or thinking of going. But I figure, A, you're going someplace, and B, you're bringing your drone just in case. So good luck with that. So I'm trying to think, what do I want to shop for? I know what I need to shop for, and it's all at the Super Suit. So let's switch the camera around again. So that's a wide angle lens. And there is bay facing fence. So yes, it was good to see Amanda Kay all day from help me out in terms of I don't think she's from Tucson. What's the other big city from Arizona? Or is it Tucson? Who knows? You just think, oh, it's a cottage on a lake. Oh, I like cottages on a lake, especially in the fall, because I gather the trees will be turning, and I know that lake weather tends to be like microclimates, so maybe you get an earlier change. Yes, Amanda, you had forgotten her name. Right. I mean, well, she had many names, right? First it was Amanda Kay all day, and I think she first started hanging out when I was in Hue, Vietnam, or maybe Da Nang. And then when I moved on to Hue, and then that's when we had that encounter with that little Ms. Mosquito Coil, who almost burnt my foot with her lit mosquito coil on the ladder up to my bunk. Yeah, little Ms. So that was another, but she made a complete Twitter account with that nick, and I remember she came into my live, and it just like I couldn't stop laughing how funny that was. And then she and Paco, her boyfriend, when I was in the southern Vietnam, and I can't remember the Soc Tran, yeah, in the water market live stream, they both came in and said hi. So that was cool. That was last year. So I gather she gets that notification whenever my YouTube goes live, and I rarely use it, but it's nice when people come up. It's encouraging, even if it's one or two guests, because they're well behaved and they're not out there to give you a hard time. It makes live streaming kind of fun and catching up with people you haven't spoken to in a while. So apart from that, it looks like X just keeps getting worse and worse. I mean, the last rumblings, I think, is they're thinking of making it subscription based, which is dumb. And then you can't chat on a live stream unless you subscribe. Well, a lot of people have said to that, right? There's no takers. So he's really running it into the ground. So hopefully, when one door closes, another opens, and I'm hopeful that maybe it'll be an impetus for, like the next level of live streaming. So we'll see about that. So yeah, cottage by the lake sounds cool. Yeah, little Miz. I used to have access to a cottage by a lake, but I haven't been back in a while. And that's a shame, because it had its. Not only was the lake really nice, and it's like it's a somewhat controlled lake. It's in the Gatineaus, where no more homes can be built in and around the lake. So pretty well everybody that was there like 20, 30 years ago, that's it. That's the extent of it. And the lake is pretty pristine. There's even an airplane that sank into the lake, and it's so deep that I don't even think freshwater divers have succeeded in accessing it or finding it. But it's there, and so that particular lake, the water is pretty clean. When you go swimming in it and you come out and you dry out, you feel really, really clean. Anyway, I'm going to migrate my way. I'm going to migrate my way back to Super C, but I'm gonna leave off with this view of the sausage place at on the bakery Wi-Fi of the Atwater Market. I'm going to thank Chris and Amanda for coming. Well, Amanda came in earlier. Maybe she'll watch this replay. And yeah, so hopefully we're going to keep our eyes peeled for when Chris goes live, if he goes live, next weekend. So guys, thank you for coming in. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Hand pink wavy. Yeah, it is pretty pink. What can I say? All right. Thank you for coming in. It's because my hand was up and I don't know. I was holding the phone and maybe that's why it's pink. We'll see. Bye for now.